Mine is coming from petty revenge. Messing with the homophobic / racist guy my grandma married after he kept asking me, a teenage girl, if I had a boyfriend. Backstory. When I was about 12, my grandma divorced my grandpa and got remarried to this guy I'll call Bill. Bill was in his late 60s, from East Texas, and as religious as they come. From what I had heard from others about things that he had said over the years, I was pretty sure he was homophobic and racist. Thankfully, I didn't see much of him since they lived several hours away, but on certain big holidays, mostly Christmas, we'd all pack up and go stay with them for a few days to celebrate. Being a 12-year-old girl at this time, Bill made me uncomfortable. Mostly because every time I saw him, the first questions out of his mouth was inevitably, "Do you have a boyfriend yet? Is there a boy you like?" etc. Sometimes he would ask multiple times during the same trip. Every single time I absolutely hated it. I would just answer back and say no, or I would go hide out in the spare bedroom so he couldn't talk to me. On to the petty revenge. A few years later, when I was 17, my mom told me Grandma and Bill were coming to town for Christmas that year. Since my sister was heavily pregnant and her due date was just a few days after Christmas, there was no way we were traveling and risking her going into labor so far from home. I must have made some kind of face because my mom asked what was wrong. And since I'd never told her, I explained how Bill creeped me the fuck out. And Bill was always asking me about my boyfriends and stuff. I popped off and said something to the effect of, "I swear, the next time he asks me that, I'm going to tell him that I have a boyfriend and a girlfriend." My mom, being a shit starter, was like, "Do it, do it."
Do it, do it.
So we made a plan. I was straight back then, but I had a lot of LGBT plus friends in high school, and one of my best friends, Mindy, was bi. We would use her name to make it sound natural and easy to remember all day instead of a fake name. I asked Mindy ahead of time if this was okay, and she was all for it, but she just wanted to know the tea afterwards. And if anyone else in my family who wasn't in on it asked me about Mindy, it would just add more credence to my lie when I talked about her or brought her up in conversation. The boyfriend was going to be all fake because I had a plan about him. Anyway, me and my mom were standing in the kitchen and Bill is sitting alone at the dining room table nearby. My mom again, big shit starter, doesn't even wait for Bill to ask this time. I think she just wanted to watch and didn't want a chance missing it if Bill asked when she wasn't around. Here's a reenactment of our short conversation. My mom: "So, how's Mindy doing? I was so sad when she said she couldn't come." Me: "Yeah, I know, but she had family visitings as well and couldn't get the time away." I turned and I locked eyes with Bill, and since he was listening to our conversation, I felt obligated to explain. Mindy is my girlfriend. The look of shock and dismay on his face was so satisfying. He said something to the effect of, "Are you serious?" And at that point, I was on. "Oh yeah, Mindy is my girlfriend. She's super nice and very pretty, and I'm sure you'll like her. Oh, we also have a boyfriend. His name is," insert historically Hispanic name here. I think it was Julio. But I mean, there is no way he could come. He's still in prison right now. I can just see his eyes getting bigger and bigger with everything I said, and I'm having so much fun with it at this point. I mean, they say he's in a gang and that he killed this guy, but I know he totally didn't do it. Julio is so sweet and I love him so much. He treats Mindy and I so well. There is no way he could have done it. My mom chimes in, "That's right, honey. He'll get out soon and the three of you will be together again. Hopefully the wedding won't have to be pushed back again." The best thing was that he couldn't even call me out on my lies because my mom was right there agreeing with every word I said. In the span of about 3 minutes, I had this man believing that not only was I gay and dating a woman, but I was also dating a Hispanic guy who was in a gang and in prison for murder. Oh, and that we were all thinking of marriage. He did not talk to me for the rest of the holiday.
Oh my God.
I did notice him giving me some strange looks, but I didn't care. As far as I was concerned, mission accomplished. The aftermath. I had to ask my mom about this part because I didn't even remember. I forgot about Bill as soon as they left. She told me that Grandma confronted her. "Why did you tell him that kind of stuff?" Well, my mom explained why, and that it wasn't his business, but Grandma thought what I did was worse, and that he had done just small talking and wanting to get to know me. In the end, I don't ever think I saw Bill after that. Grandma left him a few years later, and that was that. I like to think he didn't believe my grandma when she told him that it was all lies, and he's still in East Texas thinking about the crazy granddaughter of the woman that he was married to.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah. That's,
Good little revenge.
yeah. I mean, it's a good story, but it's sad to think that, like, even though, like, it wasn't true, like, this is the reality for some people.
Yeah,
they
that's
are
true.
bisexual or they're gay, lesbian, and they have to come out and
Deal with family members like that?
deal with family members like that, exactly.
Yeah.
Or racist issues like that as well.
Yeah.
But hopefully he'll never ask again if she has a boyfriend.
Hopefully not.
And who asks a 12-year-old that? That's fucking weird.
It's like it's weird, but it's like the
Every time
is weird. Once is not weird. I would say like once is not weird. Like
if
you're
that's
like
like
asking
the
about
only
them.
thing you're bringing up as
If it's the only thing, it's a little weird. Like if it's one thing of a couple things of like, oh, like how's school, any dating anyone, like it's like kind of like small talk, I would say. But like focusing in on that, a little weird.
Yeah, no, I definitely think so. At 12 years old, that's so young. Come on.
It's like grade 8.
Yeah.
That's not that young. For like
I
that
don't know.
kind of stuff.
I think it's weird.
I had girlfriends in grade 8.
Yeah, but I think it's weird for an adult to be asking a child that.
I feel like it all depends on the context. Obviously, he did enough that it made her feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, she was visibly uncomfortable, and to stand up for yourself at that age, like, it's hard.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this is the best petty revenge. And I love that the mom was in on it too.
Yeah.
I love that role play that they did.
Yeah. This one's not the top comment, but this was my favorite comment
Okay, let's
that was
hear it.
on it. Plot twist. Bill met Frank, and they lived together in bliss after the zombie apocalypse. Frank then got cancer, so they took one last romantic dinner together, drank some poison wine, and slipped peacefully into the unending slumber in each other's arms.
Oh my God.
It's from The Last of Us. It's a scene from
Oh,
a
from the
TV show,
Okay.
The Last of Us, which was top OP replies to this person and says, "Why would you do this to me? That episode was so fucking heartbreaking."
Oh.
Anybody's watched The Last of Us? Let us know. I can't wait for season 2. I
need
watched
to
it without
watch it. I know.
Teresa. It's a zombie.
Yeah, but I heard
one.
it was really good. I was mad that you.
It was
Yeah.
really fucking good.
I would have watched it.
I'll watch it again.
I like to be in the know of like pop culture
Yeah.
things that are trending. So
Well, it was a show that was made off of a video game. That's why, and it was about zombies. So all of those boxes says Teresa's not gonna like it. So
Yeah,
I
I
watched
just
those
have
shows by
FOMO.
myself. Now you just have FOMO because there's cult references to it.
No, not
culture
only in
references
here,
and stuff. Yeah,
but-
it's big
Yeah.
outside of here too.
Yeah.
And that's why you have FOMO. Thinking back, even though it's about zombies, I think you would like it.
Yeah.
The story isn't about the zombies. Like
Yeah.
there's like The Walking Dead, and that's like all zombies. Like there's nothing about zombies. This is like The Last of Us, and it's more about them trying to
Surviving.
survive, him trying to find his brother, and her being like the cure. Like she can be bit.
I think I would love that.
And she doesn't turn. So
Sounds like Vampire Diaries.
yeah, maybe I guess
Like Elena being the, what was it called? The
doppelganger.
no, she was the cure. Remember?
No,
Yeah, wasn't she?
she was a doppelganger.
But she was the cure near the end of the season. She was there was a
Cure
word
for
for
what?
it.
She was never a cure.
Okay, no, I'm messing things up. So,
Yeah.
wait, am I losing my mind?
Like there was a cure, but it wasn't her. It was in her blood.
Her blood.
Yeah, but she's not special. She just got. It wasn't her blood. It was because she got the thing. She got the cure. She wasn't the cure. She got a cure,
Oh.
and then it was in her blood. And then if
Yeah.
somebody
Okay,
drank her
yes.
blood,
I knew I wasn't-
then they're cured.
Yes, I knew I wasn't going crazy. Yes,
No,
she drank
well,
the
you're
cure,
wrong.
and then she ended up being the cure.
Her blood was the cure.
Yes, same
But
thing.
but no, this chick is like immune.
Okay, sorry.
Her mom.
Off topic.
Her mom was bit at birth, and then she was birthed.
Okay.
Her mom was bit when, like, right before she gave birth.
Don't ruin it for me. I want to watch it.
Well, I'm not ruining that. They tell you that right in the first
Okay.
beginning and stuff. It's like anybody who was going to watch the show, they basically played the game and they knew what it was based off of.
Okay.
We should play the game together. Buy the game.
No, but you want to watch it with me?
I'll watch it again.
Yeah?
It was really good. Yeah, it was
Okay.
really good. It's got the good actor. It's got, what's his name in it? The I don't know, the guy. He's in the Mandarin. He's in, like, everything. He was in the show, the Mexican cartel show that we watched with, what was that guy's name? The main guy. Drug cartel guy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Escobar, whatever.
Pablo Escobar.
Pablo Escobar, my bad. Yeah.
Denver's a little bit dyslexic, guys.
That's not nice.
No, it's true though.
Yeah, apparently I got ADHD today,
no,
too.
okay, sorry. Just I know we're getting way off topic, but we got so many comments on one of the videos that went pretty viral. Oh, it was the last update on the Bachelorette story.
Yeah, what happened?
You kept saying Pacific instead of specific.
I will admit that I have always had a challenge with specific, and I seem to drop the S and I go Pacific. And I have always had it. And every time I see that word when I'm reading a story, I'm like, fuck my life. Here it is again. I need to make sure I say it properly this time.
Some people called you out.
You didn't. Usually, you call me out, and then I can edit it, and it sounds nice.
I didn't hear
That's your fault. You led me into a trap.
What?
This is funny too because, like, I don't ever read any of those comments anymore. I just can't. There's just too many of them.
I see a lot of them.
I only read the comments on, like, the full YouTube video episodes. On, like, the TikToks and the Instagram, the shorts, it's too much for me. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
But Teresa stares at her phone. That's all she looks at. But, like, we're getting to the point where, like, every time we read some, we refresh. There's 100 more.
Yeah.
Like, we literally get thousands of comments per day.
I can't read all of them.
Now.
I'm not saying I read all of them.
Yeah, you just read the ones when they're shit talking me.
Yeah.
You have a filter on it, and it's like the shit talking Denver filter, and then you read those ones.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing.
All right. Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on.